You were expected to lash out, weren't you? To yell, scream, and fall into their trap. They wanted your anger because it would have justified everything they said about you. They painted you as the irrational one, the weak one, the one who couldn't control their emotions. But instead, you did something they never saw coming. You chose silence. And in that silence, they crumbled. Because silence, my friend, is not weakness. It's a weapon. A mirror that forces them to confront their own insecurities without the shield of your reaction. And now, that silence is eating away at them. They can't understand it. They expected your rage, but your stillness shook them to their core. Let's face it, anger is easy. It's an instinct, a reflex. When someone wrongs you, the natural response is to fight back, to shout and prove you're not the person they're trying to make you out to be. But that's what they want. Anger is loud, messy, and predictable. It gives them power over you because it makes you reactive. Think about it. How many times have you let anger take over, only to regret it later? Not because you were wrong, but because your reaction gave them ammunition to twist the narrative. Your anger became their justification. They provoked you, and you played right into their hands. But silence disarms them. It's not what they expect. It's not what they're prepared for, and in that moment of silence, you take back control. Silence is heavy. It's deafening. When you choose not to respond, it forces the other person to sit with their actions, their words, their guilt. They're left alone in a room with the echo of their own cruelty. No justifications, no rebuttals, just silence. You see, people are terrified of silence because it leaves them vulnerable. When you don't fight back, they start to question themselves. Did they go too far? Were they wrong? They become trapped in their own minds, replaying every word they said, every action they took. And in that replay, their ego begins to crack. Ego is fragile. It feeds on validation, on attention, on control. When someone provokes you, they're trying to feed their ego. They want to feel superior, to see you break. But when you remain silent, you starve their ego. Silence is a form of rejection. It tells them they're not worth your energy, your words, your time. And that rejection cuts deeper than any insult ever could. Imagine this. They come at you with everything they have. Insults, accusations, provocations. They expect a fight, but instead, they're met with a wall of silence. Suddenly, they're not in control anymore. The power dynamic shifts, and they're left scrambling trying to figure out why their usual tactics aren't working. But don't get it twisted. Silence isn't about being passive or weak. It takes strength to hold your tongue, to resist the urge to defend yourself. It takes restraint to let them talk while you remain composed. And that restraint, it's terrifying to them. Because it's a reminder that you're not like them. You don't need to stoop to their level to prove your worth. Your silence says everything they need to hear. Here's the thing about silence. It lingers. Words can be forgotten, but silence stays with people. It's haunting. Long after the argument is over, they'll remember your silence. They'll replay it in their minds, trying to decipher its meaning. And every time they do, they'll feel that sting of rejection all over again. Silence isn't just a momentary act. It's a statement. It's a reminder that you're not here to entertain their games or fuel their ego. It's a lesson they'll carry with them long after you've moved on. The ultimate victory is not just in your silence, but in your ability to move forward without them. Silence isn't about staying stuck in the same place, dwelling on what they've done. It's about creating space for your own growth, your own healing. When you stop reacting, you start reclaiming your energy. Energy that can be used to build yourself up, to pursue your goals, to create the life you deserve. And as you rise, they'll watch from a distance, realizing that their attempts to bring you down only made you stronger. You might be sitting there thinking, but what if they don't feel the impact of my silence? What if they never understand what they've done? And to that, I say, it doesn't matter. Your silence isn't for them. It's for you. It's about protecting your peace, maintaining your dignity, and refusing to let anyone have power over your emotions. Whether they feel it or not is irrelevant. What matters is that you've chosen to rise above. So the next time someone tries to provoke you, remember this. They expect your anger. They want your reaction. Don't give it to them. Instead, give them silence. Let that silence speak louder than any words ever could, because in the end, it's not about proving them wrong. It's about proving to yourself that you're stronger than their words, their actions, their attempts to bring you down. They expected your anger, but your silence, that destroyed them. And that, my friend, is your power. That's all. I'm out. By the way, if you want to level up in life, don't forget to show some love by hitting the like and subscribe button. Until next time.